Have you been looking at your closet lately and thinking it's just a little too basic? Or maybe you've been putting on your usual daily outfits and they just feel a little boring. I've definitely been there. I think most of us have. And it can be frustrating when you don't want to reinvent your entire style or replace half your wardrobe, but you're just finding your looks a little lackluster. They're falling a little flat. So today I want to talk about 5 ways to elevate basic style and use those same old boring clothes to make cuter, more interesting outfits. That's it. Let's just get into it. The first way you can make basic pieces into a more elevated, interesting outfit is to use texture, specifically aiming for textural variation in your outfits. I talk a lot about the significance of texture in my style, and it's easy to assume that means super ornate or statement-making textures like jacquard or long fringe or super fluffy materials. And all of that is also great, but you definitely don't need that type of unique statement item in your wardrobe to use texture in your outfits. Even our simplest basics often supply a variety of textures you can use in interesting ways. Think a simple t-shirt versus denim jeans versus a leather jacket or shoes versus a chunky knit cardigan. Even just combining those simple pieces I just listed could create a dynamic outfit with a real sense of dimension and depth because of the varied textures. In addition to stretchy jersey t-shirt material, denim, leather, and knits, other common textures you might have in the basics in your wardrobe include cotton poplin, canvas or twill, corduroy, maybe satin in a skirt or a dress or a blouse. A lot of basic staple clothing items come in these materials, and they can be combined to great effect in an outfit. Even different weights of fabric can contribute to a sense of textural variation. Cotton twill versus cotton poplin is a good example of this. These are both woven cotton fabrics that are somewhat structured, but also a little relaxed. But one is very light and breezy, while the other is thick and sturdy and heavy. And I think a cotton poplin shirt with some simple twill pants is a great combo you can make with super simple, basic, common pieces that still creates a sense of textural variation. It's honestly hard to explain why textural variation can feel so significant in an outfit, but the real world we all live in is full of different textures everywhere you look. So an outfit that doesn't have any of that variation can just feel very one note and flat and unnatural in the context of this richly varied dimensional physical world that we inhabit. It's kind of like how those very plain, sleek, new build apartments also feel flat and unnatural and lifeless, because they kind of are. Compare that with an older apartment that has trim and molding and wood floors. Or even compare it with a forest, something truly natural, which is full of different shapes and textures and depth and living things. It's a lot more interesting to look at. There's more to notice the longer you look, and it just feels more alive. Obviously, we're just talking about outfits here. I'm not trying to get too abstract with it, but more textural variation also makes an outfit feel more alive and more connected with the world and just more interesting to look at. So if you're trying to create an outfit with your basic pieces that feels a little more interesting than usual, try using texture as your guide. You can try making every outfit in your item a different texture, or even try combining as many different textures in your outfit as you can, or try to combine the 2 textures you can find in your basics that are as different from each other as possible. And if you already have an outfit on, but it's just feeling a little off somehow, try swapping one basic piece for another with a different texture, even if it's just a lighter weight t-shirt for a heavier t-shirt or vice versa. I find that this frequently takes a style or outfit concept that's falling a little flat and really just breathes more life into it. I also want to note, this translates better in real life than it does on screen. Of course, textures are somewhat visible on camera, and I hope I'm still illustrating my point here, but they're also obviously all flattened when you're seeing them through a screen. So if the difference feels very subtle on camera or you're just not quite convinced, I urge you to try it out in real life first. I think the difference it makes might be more significant than you expect. Ultimately, the purpose of this video is just to make the everyday routine of getting dressed easier and more pleasurable, and I think adding more textures to your looks can help with that. And if you'd also like to make another everyday routine, mealtime, easier and more pleasurable, I think you might be interested in Cook Unity, today's sponsor. I don't like cooking, but I also don't like spending a bunch of money eating out, which has often resulted in me eating a sad excuse for a meal that tastes like nothing and or has no nutritional value. And that's why I think Cook Unity can be so useful for people like me, because it's the world's first chef-to-you meal delivery service, which provides delicious, nutritional, fresh, never frozen meals by award-winning chefs delivered right to your door without exorbitant fees. You get to choose from hundreds of meal options, and right now I am so excited to have this arroz chaufa for lunch. This is from chefs Vladimir Molina and Carlos Paz. I hope I pronounced that right. It is Peruvian fried rice with chicken, shrimp, and pork belly, and it's already fully cooked, so just need to heat it up. And there you go. It smells so good. You can use my link below for 50% off your first week, by the way. This is delicious. I knew it would be delicious because I actually got this same meal last month and it was so good. I was like, I gotta get it again. I used to work in a Peruvian restaurant, which is where I fell in love with arroz chaufa. And these chefs nailed it. The freshness makes such a huge difference. It still has a lot of moisture. The flavors are still very present. I'm gonna go sit down and devour this for lunch. That was delicious. And again, you can get 50% off your first order, which depending on your plan could bring the meals down to literally like $5 a meal. So if this seems like something you might want to try out, click the link in the description for chef-made meals delivered fresh right to your door. My next suggestion to make more interesting outfits with your basic pieces is to play with color. I think a lot of us have certain color palettes that we just sort of default to in daily outfits, whether you're more of an all neutrals type of person or if you go for more color like I do. Even as a color lover, I definitely tend to recreate the same palettes over and over again. But one great way to switch up your look is to change up your color palette. This is great because the novelty alone will make your outfits feel less boring to you. And then I also think certain color palettes are easy to achieve with basic pieces, but can still create a more elevated, styled, less basic look. The first easiest palette I would suggest to try is monochrome, specifically in all black or all white, because I specifically think black or white can actually end up looking the most striking and put together and elevated, but they're also often the easiest to make in your wardrobe. Not everyone has like a top, bottom, jacket, bag, and shoes all in coordinating shades of green, for example, but I think most people have all of those things in black. And honestly, this monochrome idea is something I virtually never do. Like I said, I like color and I tend towards the same more colorful palettes repeatedly. But the idea of trying to make an all black outfit that still resonates with my style is feeling really fresh and exciting to me right now. Like I'm really excited to try this out, which makes me think it's the perfect way to create a refreshed, exciting outfit without needing anything new. I also think a neutral monochrome look like this is great because it inspires me to be a little more creative to add variation to the outfit since I can't rely on color variation through patterns or different colored pieces. This is another situation where textural variation would be great. I also think layering works great with monochrome outfits. Maybe adding small accessories in the same color to like solidify the palette even more. And if you're someone who maybe tends to dress a little more simple or basic because you shy away from outfits that feel like they're doing too much or they're too loud or whatever, a neutral monochrome outfit like all black is also the perfect situation to go a little crazier with those accessories and added styling elements because the outfit will still feel super anchored and like normal because it has that plain neutral monochrome palette. So you can add a lot of different elements, play around with the outfit without it feeling like too much or too chaotic. Another color palette you can try out with your basics is to include one pop of color in an otherwise neutral outfit. This is another one I rarely do, so it's actually feeling quite fresh and interesting to me. It also looks super intentional, and the pop of color is always like cool and eye-catching, but the neutral base keeps it really wearable. Plus, I think this also works really well with basics you might already have, because I think it's pretty common to have a closet with like a lot of neutral basics in it, but then also just a few randomly brightly colored pieces here and there that we don't really know what to do with. So just mixing in one of those more brightly colored pieces with a more neutral basic outfit is a great way to get more use out of those like brighter items in your wardrobe and make your basic outfit more interesting. I also think this combo of neutral outfit with one pop of color works extra well if there's a pattern somewhere in the outfit. So the pop of color could also be patterned, or one of the neutral pieces could also be patterned. I just think adding pattern into the mix while still playing with this color versus neutral palette just makes the outfit even more interesting and balanced. And bonus points if you have a neutral outfit with two coordinating pops of color. They don't have to be the exact same shade or anything, but like a neutral outfit with a blue layering piece and a blue bag. So cool. Looks so elevated and put together. It's simple, but still unexpected. And all you need are two items in the same color. Another combo I've been seeing so much recently on Pinterest that I think could also be really easy to recreate with a pretty normal wardrobe is a neutral outfit with two pops of color that are different colors from each other. So like mostly neutral, but then with a green sweater and a pink bag, for example. This is great because it's kind of the same idea as the last one, but the two pops of color pieces don't even have to match. So you could use any two colored pieces in your wardrobe. I think this is really fun. It feels vibrant, yet down to earth. It's playful. It's a little unexpected, but again, still put together with all those neutrals. And again, it's not giving basic at all to me, but it's made up of basic pieces. And because this is all about playing with color, it doesn't rely on you having certain like trendy items or trendy silhouettes to put together this kind of look. Of course, if you want to to play with color even more, I also love a more complex multicolored palette. You can go complementary, you can go analogous, you can go rainbowy. These are not so straightforward because they involve a variety of specific colors, and not everyone has every color in their wardrobe. So I'm not going to go too into specifics here, but I think a lot of people do have a few various miscellaneous pieces in different colors, and it could be fun to try to combine them. You might like it more than you expect. All right, our next styling option to make basic pieces into cute outfits is something I have already touched on in this video: layering. When in doubt, add a layer. That's kind of it. I love very layered fashion. I'm especially excited to embrace this again as we head into fall soon here. And I just think adding a layer almost always improves any outfit that feels too simple or too basic. It automatically adds more depth and dimension. It often adds more texture too if the layer has a texture that's different from the outfit. It can also be used to further develop a color scheme, whether that's making a monochrome look even stronger by adding another element in that color, or if it's coordinating with just one other element in the look, or if it's bringing in a new color altogether to change the palette, send it in a different direction. If you choose a layer with a different vibe than the rest of your outfit, it can also sort of change the stylistic tone. It can create contrast and tension and juxtaposition that makes it more interesting. And as an added bonus, it's also often just a very practical element to have in your outfit to adapt to different temperatures and environments throughout the day, which, in addition to being genuinely functional, also just creates a more lived-in look. Somehow to me, layers always feel more like effortless, even though there are more pieces in the outfit. And I think it's because of that relaxed functionality they often carry. Of course, we all know layering has its limits. Many of us have just been through a hot summer where many days I was trying to wear as few garments as possible. But throughout the rest of the year, layering works super well. There's a reason it's such a classic styling technique. There's so many options: sweaters, cardigans, jackets, coats, vests, overshirts, layering two tops together. Even a scarf or a visible bra can create a subtle layered look. You can also use multiple layers together, like a shirt with a vest and then a jacket on top. And even when it's hot, I might use super light layers, like a short sleeve cotton button-up or a little bralette or a light waistcoat, to add a little more depth and dimension to my summer outfits. And if you're trying to layer and something about it looks off, try choosing a layer that is close to the length of some other element in your outfit. I don't think this is always a necessity for layering, but I do find that it tends to help when my layering combos feel like just awkward or they're not looking right for some reason. A lot of times it's that the length is falling in like a weird spot on my body. So having an overshirt that's roughly the same length as the top underneath, or maybe an overshirt that's long enough that it's roughly the same length as the shorts I'm wearing on the bottom, or maybe going for a longer coat that's roughly the same length as my midi skirt, you know? All of that helps create a seamless silhouette while still having more depth and dimension and more things going on in your outfit through layering. When brainstorming for this video, I was thinking of a bunch of different ideas of ways you could elevate basic outfits. And I was like, oh, you could do something with your hair or makeup. You could add accessories. You could choose basic items that have a little more interest to them. And then I realized all of those different ideas boiled down to the same basic principle, which is to add small intentional detail to your look. It doesn't actually really matter if it's your hair or your makeup or your jewelry or your accessories or something else. Just adding any small, thoughtful, intentional additions somewhere on your person will make the whole outfit look more thoughtful and intentional and stylish. I think there are two easy directions to take this. One is to add a bunch of little details that are all pretty neutral and unassuming on their own, but together they create a really thoughtful dimensional look. So this could be a simple basic outfit with a belt, a simple watch or bracelet, nice socks, a leather bag, glasses on, hairstyle, simple metallic jewelry added. And I think this is a great strategy to take because it involves detailed elements that are actually pretty mundane and common to like already have in your wardrobe. They don't have to be like super fun or creative or statement making details, but when you combine them all together, they create an outfit that's full of small details, which ends up looking very thought through and fleshed out and cohesive, which I think feels very stylish. I also enjoy that if you have a simple, neutral, versatile, basic accent piece, you can add that same one or your whole collection of very simple, versatile accent pieces to so many different outfits. You can wear the same ones every day and they'll make every outfit feel more complete and styled and put together without feeling repetitive because they're just like these tiny accent elements. And I think this number of details, like having a whole collection of them in one outfit, actually works better when the accent pieces are super basic because that way you can have so many different things going on without them clashing or being overwhelming. We don't need to fear the basics. Sometimes they work to our advantage. That said, the other direction you can go here is just to add a few or maybe even just one more eye-catching statement-making detail. So in this case, I might go for a super simple outfit and then add a colorful chunky beaded necklace and a green bag. And that's it. Of course, those statement details aren't necessarily like boring basics that everyone has. But if you have even just a few fun statement-making accessories, they can go really far with outfits made up of basic clothing to keep the outfit from feeling basic even if the clothing is. You can also use actual clothing pieces with more detail or interest to them. Whether that's a basic black skirt that has a little lace trim or a plain classic button down, but it's got stripes on it instead of being solid. Again, I think we all have very plain basics in our wardrobes, but a lot of us also have some pieces in our closet that we think of as basics, but they have like some little added element of interest to them. And even if they're still basics, that little bit of interest will add more interest to an outfit. So maybe this is incredibly self-evident, but choosing your slightly less basic basics and then combining them with other added details can suddenly bring your whole outfit to life and make it not read as basic at all, even if it doesn't have any like super unique, cool, special, fashion-forward pieces in it, you know? Finally, my last tip to make cute outfits with basic boring clothes is kind of going in a different direction. It is to embrace simplicity. Instead of trying to make those simple basics into something else, let their simplicity guide the tone of the outfit. Most of this video was about adding stuff to an outfit to make it more interesting, which obviously is fun and something I do all the time. But if you take the opposite route and go really intentionally pared back and simple and minimalistic, that can actually also end up being really striking and cool and stylish in a totally different way. When everything in an outfit has the same sleek, minimal tone, any accents or accessories are also used very sparingly, and you go really simple with those as well. I think that can almost like come all the way back around from basic and then end up looking super intentional and curated in a way that really kind of elevates the look. If you watch my channel, you know this is definitely not my usual route with getting dressed, but I can definitely still take inspiration from this idea of embracing simplicity and letting my clothes speak for themselves without always needing to add a bunch of stuff on top. Many of us, I know I do this, tend to think of simple outfits as boring or like the default, but I think when calm, pared black simplicity is really intentionally embraced and channeled in an outfit, you can tell. And it actually does come across as its own distinct point of view, its own stylistic expression. And that in itself can make it feel quite stylish. Also, sometimes it's just really nice to stop trying so hard not to be basic. Take a break from like the constant energy and attention it takes to really unleash my inner artist with a super fun, unique, multifaceted outfit. And just like let something be simple and straightforward. This is kind of like the outfit equivalent of peace and quiet, which isn't something I want all the time. It's not my main priority in my style or in my life, but we can all appreciate that peace and quiet has its moment, has its own kind of beauty. There are times when I can really appreciate the beauty of just simple, quiet stillness and find it very refreshing. I do think having the right basics is kind of a key component of this one. The basics you have can make a big difference in this super simple basic outfit feeling calm and comfortable versus like flat and empty. Again, for an interiors comparison, to me, that's what differentiates like a calm, minimal spa oasis from a gray new build apartment, you know? But if you have basics you already like, they already work well for you in other outfits, you think they look good on you, you feel good wearing them, they'll probably feel unexpectedly refreshing when you just pair them together. And if you don't like any of your basics, this is a good thing to keep in mind for future purchases. I think it's important to your mental well-being to have versatile basics you actually like wearing and feel good in. And those basics will go a lot farther in your wardrobe if you've chosen them really intentionally and you really like them. All in all, I guess this tip is just another way of saying sometimes less is more, and sometimes letting those basics be basic is its own way to make them feel stylish and intentional. All right, those are 5 key actionable ways that you can take your boring clothes and turn them into intentional, elevated, stylish outfits. I'd love to hear in the comments if these suggestions sparked any ideas for you. Personally, I'm excited to try using color in a different way than I normally do after this. That's the idea that's getting my gears turning the most. Let me know what's speaking to you here. And if you do, leave a comment, watch another video on my channel, and subscribe. I heard someone in your life will treat you to a tranquil spa oasis.